Hello and welcome here to Talk SCB, and welcome back to the channel ahead of the big game against Atletico Madrid taking place in just 2 nights' time at the Vicente Calderon. And the one thing that I want to talk about today in this video is our apparent defensive crisis. Now that is exactly what we've been put in front of us today. Yesterday it came out in the news, and this morning as well, that Gerard Pique had been having some discomforts following the game against Real Sociedad. He did not train yesterday at all. He's not taken part in training today either, so that really has raised suspicions that he will not be available for the game against Atletico on Wednesday. To make matters worse, it then came out officially, this is now, that Vermin has a calf muscle injury, and it's a massive doubt now for him to be able to play against Atletico Madrid. And of course, Jeremy Mathieu was injured a few weeks ago on international duty with France, so he's not available either. So right now, the only fit and definitely fit centre-backs we have are Marc Bartra and Javier Mascherano. However, I am not so sure that Gerard Pique will not be playing tomorrow night. Yesterday I said that it was perfectly normal that a player would suffer some discomfort after a very, very tough game, which it was at the Anoeta. We've also heard from Pique throughout the season, and this is a story that's been followed up by Cadena Ser, who have said that Pique all season long has talked about this hip problem, that he's been having some discomfort in it, that when he plays, it's not always the most pleasant. He has some strain there. That's why sometimes we see Pique being substituted and given any rest that he can be. And Cadena now has said he's had it for the last 2 years. This was just a routine check today on it. He had tests, he had medical tests. Apparently they're just monitoring it, and that he will be available for Wednesday's game against Atletico. Now, there's been a number of stories in Spain today spread from Pique won't be available to Pique will be available. We don't really know what's going on, but I do have an outside thought that Pique may well be available for the game on Wednesday. And he has to be, he really does, because he is the heart of our defence. He's turned into a leader. He's very, very up with it now, isn't he? He's one of the players who we can completely depend on. When you look at our squad, when you look at our team, there's core players in that team. Your Messi, Busquets, Iniesta, Gerard Pique, more than ever now, is one of those big core players in our lineup. And I do believe that he will be available for tomorrow's game. If he isn't, though, it's going to be Marc Bartra, because Vermaelen has got no chance of playing. The same for Mathieu. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens tomorrow, especially with the training beforehand, before the game. Of course, you've got to travel to Madrid as well. So it's most likely we'll find out definitely tomorrow whether Pique is going to be okay. But certainly he's going to give everything to be out there. It's an absolutely key game for us in our season. The Champions League, of course, an absolutely massive competition and colossal in our aims for the rest of the season. So Gerard Pique will be doing everything in his power to go and be fit for the game. And one thing that he's done all season long is be able to play through this hip discomfort. He's been playing through it. He's been going through the pain barrier. And if he has to do it again on Wednesday night, there's no doubt in my mind that Pique will do it for himself, and he'll do it for the team as well. So we'll find out tomorrow. There's a number of reports going round. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at FCB Newsroom. That's my new account on Twitter. So I'll be updating you there on the latest story on Gerard Pique and Vermaelen as well. Interested to see how long he's out for. Of course, he would have really relished an opportunity to play. The same goes for Marc Bartra if he gets a chance. But hopefully Gerard Pique will be back, and we can have our recognised back four available for that game, and one that we're going to be put under severe pressure against Atletico Madrid. So we're really going to need to have our very, very best team out at the Vicente Calderon on Wednesday evening. So let me know down below, guys, what are your gut instinct? Do you think Pique is going to be available for this game? I just think the club haven't officially come out and said there's an injury like they have Vermaelen today. They've officially come out with that one. They've said nothing for Pique. I think they've given him every chance to be available. And I think in the end, he's going to scrape through. And I really, really hope he does. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Thanks, as always, for joining us here. I'll be back very, very soon with another video and probably a preview coming up to that huge clash tomorrow. But until then, as always, Visca El Barça.